Hi, my name is Richard Otis. I'm a senior at UMSL. My degree is Education Studies with an emphasis in youth and adult development. My video today is going to be with an area of focus on adults. Today I'm going to give you 10 tips and tricks working from home. And to do that, I'm going to tell you a story. The story is about a man who was once a well-off businessman. He had his MBA and he worked for a very successful business company. This was all before COVID-19. After COVID hit the world, this man was still employed, but he was told to work from home. Long story short, this man got fired because he wasn't getting his work done at home on time. Wondering how he went from a successful businessman to unemployed? This guy wasn't able to work from home productively. He started to play video games late into the night and sleeping in till 11 a.m. daily. He wasn't eating properly. He was consistently around distractions. He didn't communicate with his team about deadlines and talking about splitting up workload properly. Don't be like this guy, and here's how. I'm going to give you 10 tips and tricks on working from home successfully. Tip number 1, work regular work hours. Set a routine. Working from home will not be perfect at first. It's trial and error. Find out when working is best for you. You can work starting early in the morning and get your day done earlier, or you can sleep in, work a little bit later in the night. Whichever time works better for you. Consider using apps like Rescue Time to check on whether you're sticking to your schedule or not, and to pinpoint your most productive time of day. Set house rules. Tip number 2. Set house rules with people in the same household as you. Make clear what family members can and cannot do during your work hours. Split up tasks such as letting dog out throughout the day, making meals, or getting ready, and willing to answer the phone so you don't get thrown off your productivity. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to ask for help, whether that's emotional support, physical support, or materialistic support. If you're working from home and let's say your employer supports your workspace layout, if you need a sitting and standing hybrid desk, ask for it. If you need someone to hold you accountable or keep you on task, ask somebody. These simple requests could make worldly differences. Tip number 4, dedicate a particular space for working. Make sure your workspace is distraction free as possible. Some of these are a lot easier said than done, but set it up where you work best. Don't set up in the kitchen or places where there's bound to be tons of foot traffic. Don't work closely to the TV or gaming console. Do make sure you try and get some natural sunlight to keep your mood up. Tip number 5, get dressed. Simply get dressed for success. Tip number 6, don't worry about over communicating. When you're working from home, make sure you know who to keep in constant communication with, how to communicate with them, and when to communicate, such as when you start a new project, when you finish a project, when you feel like it needs to be adjusted or possibly changed completely. Working from home can make people think they're alone, but they are not. I always say it takes less time to ask for clarification than it does to go back and fix it. Tip number 7, stay organized. This should be a no-brainer, but it's more crucial than ever when working from home. Keep a planner, make a to-do list, keep sticky notes close by, and if you decide to use a task management app, stick to one. Tip number 8, invest in good equipment. Make sure you have a good quality headset, a good pair of headphones, a reliable webcam, and fast internet. You don't want to be the annoying coworker that freezes up during a presentation. You don't want to be that annoying coworker has awful mic echo. And you surely don't want to be that annoying coworker always asking people to repeat themselves because you can't hear them over the lag. Tip number 9, eat healthy snacks and rich lunches. Keep them clean. This one is crucial to keep you focused and fueled to get your work done and keeping you in a good mood throughout the day. It is easy to grab a bag of chips and munch all day, but don't. It will make you lag and bring you down. May I recommend carrot sticks, grapes, and apples. Something clean. Tip number 10, Create a reward system. This reward system could be numerous things like putting $1 in a jar. Every hour you work to save up for that video game you were wanting, or you could reward yourself with a handful of donuts after a long day of working. Just making something so small that you can get, make it something small that you get after X amount of hours of work, or save for something big after working X amount of hours. Thanks.